wouldn't this technically be round 3 since we already faced him once?
That would make no, because if we already faced him once, this would make it round 2.
No, like before last stream, that nightmare-inducing one.
Oh no, last stream and this stream are still round 2.
No, before last stream.
We only fought him the one time before last stream.
The time before last stream is round 1. Last stream and this stream are a prolonged round 2.
Ah. It says you want like.
So I was telling Red a little bit about some interesting and kind of funny mobile suit history. But it's mostly in the Zeta era, so I don't know how much backstory I'm gonna need to give.
Earth is basically having a civil war.
As one does. The Civil War is called the Grips War, as it's fought between the Earth Federation reformists, calling themselves the Anti-Earth Union Group, or AUG, and Earth's elite special forces, calling themselves the Titans, an autonomous military that is effectively slowly becoming more and more like the thing they swore to destroy.
They're a bunch of bullies.
They use the word fascist to describe these guys in universe multiple times. And they're using it correctly. It's not them exaggerating or attempting to make them look worse than they are. They are legit being serious. The Titans were not good people. And anybody in the Titans who was good people either stayed out of obligation and got killed for it, or immediately jumped ship to join the AUG.
Like I said, I can't really stay for long, so I'm gonna get going right now.
Alright, bye, Web.
I may be back. Don't know.
Bring up
But
Twitch on my phone.
hopefully you have fun with Valdor.
We're better equipped this time.
Hopefully it doesn't take as long as last time.
Of course, but it had to be my missions. I didn't know. I thought it was the other one.
Hello,
okay.
everyone.
You were gonna have to fight him anyway.
Welcome to the stream. We're back with Super Robot Wars. Vegas Bear here, as always, with Mekumon, Taro, and Web, who is about to leave.
Just left.
Never mind. As you can probably tell by the title, it's round 2, bitches.
Or round 2.5, considering what happened last stream.
Yeah. Although, I'm looking outside. It's sunny. No rain.
I was just outside. It's sunny, slightly breezy, and frankly, it's nice.
So we're
Lucky.
good to go. Wait, no, wrong button. Wrong button.
What'd you do?
I brought up Steam instead of Discord. Fixed it. I said I fixed it, motherfucker!
And while we're doing this, I'm going to be building a mass-produced mobile suit. I am too excited to just leave that gym alone, goddammit.
Alright, we are continuing off from last time. Be sure to let us know how the audio sounds.
Also, apologies for any background noise from me.
Bear, did you see what I posted in voice chat last time?
With the 2 Terriermon in suits?
No. Last stream.
What do you mean?
From before Wednesday.
In the voice chat?
Yeah.
No, I
That
don't
is the
remember.
wrong one.
Wait, are you talking about the Digi-Destin with like with the armor?
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that.
Digimon, but Saint Seiya.
I've been seeing a lot of franchise, but twist! Whatever's in my feed lately.
Yeah! Chiriko got a kill and a level up.
Let's go.
Congrats, my guy.
So, Megamon, want to hear a funny story that I told Bear about, actually?
Fire away.
Excuse me while my remote falls on my head. Anyway, so earlier I was on Duel Links, just doing my usual Redland business. Then when I get into a duel, the guy goes first. I go second. He puts down like 2 monsters. I put down a monster in defense mode. He gets rid of my monster with 1 turn, and then proceeds to attack me. But before he could, thanks to my trap card, which lessens his attack point, therefore saving my life points, the man ends up surrendering me on the 3rd turn.
Reminds me of something that happened to me last night.
But here's the real icing on the cake.
Ooh, I love that part.
Whenever you're ready, look at the top left corner.
Alright, give me a moment. Also, again, sorry for the static.
It's fine.
Top right corner, you said.
Top left.
Terrier mob.
Yeah, look in the top left
Oh
corner.
god. I have no idea who any of these people are. I don't watch this series.
No, the player name.
The player name, not the character.
Blaze with a capital Z.
Me, I wonder, do we know anyone by that name? If it actually was him. If it actually was. I'm never letting it down, I'm sorry.
I mean, the possibility of it actually being him is very high, but still, it's funny as hell.
Yeah. I'm waiting to have this to send a picture of his player name. It's a gaming chat.
Please don't yeet the sword.
No, he yeeted an energy bolt. That's better
I'm
than
still
yeeting
shocked.
a sword.
I'm still angry about the one mech that continues to yeet the sword.
You're angry? Like, I was pissed!
Kick the baby. Don't kick the baby.
You have a sword! Fucking use it!
But
It gives me flashbacks to Gundam Exia and Gundam 00, where they would just yeet their beam sabers like they were freaking beam boomerangs. This is not Seeing Destiny!
Also, there's a scene, I'm not gonna spoil it much, but in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, there's a flashback scene during the Nibelheim incident, where a bunch of people have guns trained on one character, and they never shoot him! They just stand around him waiting for him to swing his fucking sword and kill them all!
How was Helldivers actually last night, Barrett?
Helldivers was fun. I paired up with a bunch of randos and did a few medium difficulty missions and got a lot of shit done. Well, I say got a lot of shit done, but I didn't get much done. I got enough done that I felt good.
That's good. That's good. Oh, actually, did you tell hey, come on, how the role they gave me the avatar?
Oh yeah. Megamon, Taro gave me a Helldivers avatar.
Sweet.
Complete with dropship.
Okay, whoa.
Yeah.
A ship would come in from behind the user, and then drop a pod. Then
Oh, they're gonna get bright slapped.
Then proceed to fly off to the ether. But I decided to give him the avatar in Eden, and I was wearing Cyber Sleuth Pro Tag avatar before I switched it over to the Helldivers.
So here's a little story about Master Duel that I'd like to share with you.
Proceed.
I've got a few actually. So first off, a few nights ago, I was playing against the AI deck that uses the Winged Dragon of Ra, the one that's supposed to replicate like Merrick from the show.
Mm-hmm.
He has me dead to rights. I had 2 elemental heroes on the field and barely survived one of them getting destroyed. He's got 100 life points, a Ra with his literally over 9,000 attack points. I have 400 life points left, 1 elemental hero, and a couple of cards in my hand. I was certain I was about to lose. Then I had my draw phase. And I drew Lady Heat.
Bruh.
I did the smartest thing I could think of. I summoned Lady Heat, who had company with the other elemental hero on the field. I believe that one was the Shining. And I ended my turn immediately. Lady Heat's effect kicked in, and I won.
Yeah.
The man took 300 damage more than he had the capacity to withstand.
Oh, that guy.
I might as well have used Hell in Heaven on him.
That guy must have been pissed.
It was AI.
It was the AI.
That AI must have been pissed.
Oh, no doubt. I beat an Egyptian god by choosing not to engage with it whatsoever.
You basically just went You basically just went, believe in my God. No.
What is a god to a non-believer?
What is a god to a superhero?
What is a god to a Japanese high schooler? Dead.
What is a god to a superhero? What is a superhero to a registration act?
Hits!
Ah!
Just so very loud it is.
That was not a fun time in Marvel Comics history.
It was not. It really wasn't.
Spider-Man still feels the aftershocks of that registration act to this day.
Also,
Yes,
I will never forgive Speedball.
Spider-Man still feels the aftershock until this day, especially with Paul around.
But, okay, so speaking of Marvel Comics, I want to get this off my chest a little bit. There was a similar incident, a few years back with teenage heroes, like underage heroes. I believe it was called the Kamala Khan Act, because Kamala had been like outside of her superhero, she'd been in her civvy clothes and was the victim of a terrible accident when her team was fighting off a bad guy, and the government used that as an excuse to start the Kamala Khan Act, where they outlawed underage vigilantism. Now, the vigilantes that they would capture, they would put into special, oh, I don't know, what was the word? Oh, right, re-education camps.
Like this. Everyone should not like this.
And you want to know who was like a supporter of this act and was there at the camps, all smiles and happy? Fucking Speedball! I'm about to use.
On the one hand, I understand the purpose of the Kamala Khan Act is to keep children from throwing away their lives, but like, there were better ways to handle this.
Oh, also, any non-superpowered teenagers that did not sign a waiver saying that they were against teenage heroes would be detained. To the point where they weren't even allowed to call their parents.
Nah. If I was in that universe and that happened to me, my parents would raise hell on Earth.
And you want to... Well, here's the thing, though. One of the teachers at Miles' school, because Miles' friends were being detained. One of the teachers was friends with Captain America. And when Captain America heard...
Getting Steve involved would just make things better by default, but apparently not.
No, here's the thing. When Steve got there, and learned what was going on, he ordered the agents to let them go, or he would have them arrested for violating human rights.
So yes, getting Steve involved made things instantly better.
Unfortunately, because Speedball was backing them and they had a few others backing them, there wasn't much Steve could do outside of that, but he was going to make damn sure that he would help in any way possible. Like, it was insane. Like, I feel like it was worse than the Civil War because these were kids. They were torturing them into being compliant.
It's honestly up there because if you knew what they did with captured supervillains and resistors of the Act in Civil War proper, you would never look at Reed Richards the same way again.
Oh my god, Reed, what did you do?
So, they made a prison in the negative zone, which may as well have been a supervillain concentration camp.
Of course.
You were sent there without a trial, without representation.
Oh!
If you are caught violating the Superhuman Registration Act, you were just sent there, no questions asked. This was one big part of why Spidey eventually turned against the registration itself.
Good.
To what minimal credit I'm willing to give Reed, it didn't seem like he was comfortable with this idea any more than Peter was, but you could have just told them, shove off and find somewhere else to put this prison.
Knowing the government, they would have threatened his family.
Yeah. Like, fair point.
See, this is why we have Phantom Thieves, because funds the government.
And to finish what I was saying earlier about how Civil War is still having an impact on Spider-Man's life to this day, we call it One More Day.
I knew it.
So, the deal was to... Okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So, I mentioned that Spidey originally backed the Registration Act. This was as a favor to Tony Stark, who had taken him in, given him a job, allowed MJ had made a move into Avengers Tower. Now, Peter had never been fully comfortable with the idea of this Registration Act. I want to make this clear. He went along with it if only to essentially keep his boss happy. Then he saw what was actually being done, and said, you know what, screw this. This especially went for when he realized the suit that Tony made for him has a tracking device in it. A tracking device that Tony never told Peter about.
Oh! Okay. So the organization that was created as a result was called Cradle. The Child Hero Reconnaissance and Disruption Law Enforcement. After the champions battled an Asgardian dragon left over from the War of the Realms and the subsequent damage done to Cole's academic high school by a malfunctioning Vision, the Underage Superhuman Welfare Act, aka Kamala's Law, was passed to outlaw superhero activity involving those below 21 years of age. This led to the foundation of an organization called Cradle, consisting of Justice, Carolina Washington, Jake O, Dum Dum Dugan, Speedball, and Timeslip to police and enforce this law via detention of any underage young heroes who violated Kamala's law. Cradle made their presence known by raiding the West Coast Avengers headquarters and by going after superheroes like Moon Girl at her home and Ironheart at her Chicago lab. They commandeered the Champion's mobile bunker while arresting Snowguard and Locust, and hung wanted posters of Miss Marvel in Jersey City. On the day of the laws in action, they tried to arrest the newly reformed Power Pack, who had intervened to stop the Boogeyman, but failed due to the intervention of Agent Aether. Cradle, led by Dum Dum Dugan, approached to arrest Spider-Man, Miles, in Brooklyn for violating Kamala's law, but were defeated by Spider-Man as they underestimated him. Yeah, that makes sense.
I specify by calling him Brooklyn Spider-Man now. It's easier.
Later, Brooklyn Vision's Academy was put under forced inspection to locate other teen vigilantes and compel students to sign a pledge to report any vigilante activity. Barbara Rodriguez and other students protested, leading to their mass arrest for refusing to sign, but they were released by Captain America. After waking from her coma, Miss Marvel made an unexpected announcement that her team wouldn't go down without a fight. Cradle received an encrypted message from Viv about a secret gathering. Cradle, led by Justice, attacked the abandoned warehouse where the young superheroes had gathered to plan their next move. Justice tried to explain to them that the dangers of being young superheroes, but a brawl broke out between them. They arrested Bombshell and Wasp while others were teleported to safety by Pinpoint. Cradle, led by Dum Dum Dugan, later tracked Miss Marvel and tried to arrest her, even after she had just saved people from a flood. Miss Marvel eventually escaped after defeating them. Cradle, with information from Zoe Zimmer, continuously hunted for Miss Marvel, but withdrew after she and Dum Dum Dugan joined forces to defeat Monopoly. Bombshell, Locust, Snowguard, and Starling were being forced into a re-education center by Cradle. Snowguard and Bombshell managed to free themselves using their powers, but recaptured by the time-traveling Timeslip. After Cradle emerged in Chicago, when protests erupt, where they encountered some active members of the Champions, Miss Marvel, Nova, and Spider-Man, who had been monitoring the protests. They tracked them to Ironheart's home, but the Champions eventually escaped them. Cradle continued to hunt the Champions, but were forced to stop after Cyclops rescued his former teammates and granted them asylum on Krakoa. After Roxxon's crimes were exposed and Cradle was caught attacking Kamala, the law was repealed and the organization disbanded. So, fuck you!
Yeah, more or less.
You want to use the government to torture young heroes? Guess what? Fucking X-Men!
Anyway, back to something a bit more lighthearted.
I never
Sorry.
got to finish the Spidey story.
Sorry! I just had to get that off my chest because I remember reading that and I was like,
That's why I went quiet and let you go.
this is a bunch of bullshit that Speedball endorsed!
Okay, what move are you using for her for J Decker there.
Looks like it's rifle mode.
Right. Double checking. Because I missed a max cannon mode earlier. Because we were
Sorry.
talking. No, dude, we were talking. If I had done something, it would have just interrupted us, so... Okay, so I mentioned that at first Peter was backing the registration aspect with Iron Man. This extended to him publicly revealing his identity on national news.
I remember that.
National news that was witnessed even by supervillains in prison, like Wilson Fisk.
Wait, is this leading to what I think it's leading to?
Fisk has a desk that he was insistent had to be delivered to him in his cell so he could continue working. This also had a bunch of money hidden inside of it. Fisk used his connections that he still had, even in prison, to hire a hitman with intent to kill Spider-Man. Or, failing that, shoot one of Peter Parker's loved ones. After a long civil war with Peter switching sides, going on the run, and ultimately ending up in a cheap hotel with his MJ and Aunt May just to keep hiding, his spider sense goes off. He reacts quickly, grabs MJ and dives out of the way. When he looks up, Aunt May has a bullet wound. And thus, the countdown to the destruction of Peter's marriage begins.
This was also when he went into the prison and beat the shit out of the Kingpin, right?
Oh yeah. That story arc was called Back in Black, where he started wearing a cloth version of his old black suit to further emphasize his mental state as he tracks down the assassin and who hired him. It proceeds to beat the ever-loving shit out of Kingpin in the middle of the prison.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and he left Fisk alive because there was something he knew would do much more damage to Fisk than just killing him. Damaging his reputation. Ultimately, though, all the doctors Peter went to, they couldn't help. Now, I want you to keep this in mind. Apparently, Doctor Strange and Dr. Victor Von freaking Doom could not heal a bullet wound.
Yeah, alright. That's the bullshit.
Yes, Spidey legit went to Victor Von Doom out of pure desperation and offered to do him a favor of his choice if he could save Aunt May.
What I know of Doctor Doom is if there is nothing Doom can't do, he will find a way to do it anyway.
Not only did Doom flat out tell Peter that there was nothing he could do, he told Peter he didn't even want the favor.
That's very out of character.
Yeah. When he went to Doctor Strange, the most thing that Steven could do was offer a means of communicating with May's mind on the astral plane, where Aunt May told Peter, I've lived a long life, it sucks that it ended like this, but it's still my time to go. Let me go.
Let me be with Ben.
Let me go. Peter, it is, well, let's face it, none too healthy mental state at the time, didn't listen.
Yeah. That stubborn Parker pride.
This ultimately led... Now, Tony managed to find a way to at least buy time without directly aiding Spidey. Because you've still gotta appear like you're upholding the law you're trying to uphold. So, Tony couldn't directly fund May's hospital bill because of this. But he found a way around it. Jarvis was the one who started paying those hospital bills.
Okay.
Yeah, like, Jarvis just shows up, gives the doctor a check, and tells him you will do everything in your power to keep this woman alive. There is no debate. It's almost like Alfred walked over from the DC universe for a moment. Jarvis and May were pretty close while, you know, everybody was living in Avengers Tower, so I could definitely see why he agreed to do this.
I feel like in another universe, the two of them got married.
Had things gone well without the freaky Superhuman Registration Act, they very well might have.
Anyway. The tide is turning in our favor.
Focus on Valor, Hayato. We'll take care of the enemy troops. Wait, is it that?
Hey yo, wait.
It's happening again.
The DVD! No way. It's the Alpha X!
Hurry, Hayato. Valdor's after the Alpha X.
Got it! It's doing it again.
Watch out, Hayato. Valdor is going to take control of the Alpha X.
Who wants to voice Hokuto?
I mean, I'm already voicing the sun, so...
Okay.
No, I can't control it.
Alright.
Because I want Rail Racer, goddammit.
Fair enough.
Hayato, run! The Alpha X is done for!
No way. Never!
In that case... I'll tear my notebook to pieces!
No! That's your dream notebook! It's filled with your hopes for the future!
This notebook is the origin of the Shinkalians, isn't it? Without it, Alpha X will disappear. It won't hurt you anymore. That's why I have to tear it apart. Bitch, you're in another universe. Multiverse theory's in effect. That won't do diddly.
Yep.
Don't do it. Without it, there won't be any Shinkalians at all. Without the Shinkalians, I would never have formed a bond with the other engineers. You'd no longer have your dream, Dad. If that happened, then Haruka, Mom, and I would stop being who we are. I told you, remember? It's okay to like the things you like.
But the Alpha X is being drawn to Valdor.
Oh no. Valdor must be trying to absorb the Alpha X and become complete. Hang in there, Hayato. We're coming to help. Enemy reinforcements now? Get a clue already.
There's nothing I can do.
Hayato.
The overcross combination.
What?
If we activate the overcross system, we might be able to pull the Alpha X away from Valdor's control.
Think about what you're saying. Trying to overcross now? What's more, Hokuto is completely unfamiliar with the system.
Even so, if I want to save the Alpha X to save Dad, we'll have to do it. I have faith in the bond we have with our Shinkalians, and the future it can create.
Hayato.
Alright. I'll do my best to support you.
I always count on you. Dad, just follow my lead.
Okay, I trust you.
Here we go!
Bullet fusion mode!
Hayato! Do it, Hayato! Combine!
Yeah,
Show us your bravery! Your hope!
over across! Shinkali!
E5 Mark II OX Alpha X.
It's over, Valdor. I'm actually curious how much damage it's going to actually do to Valdor now.
Oh, that looks beautiful!
It does! Bro, what? Big one, remind me to send you the movie, actually, after this.
Ah! Ah!
Did you just one-shot it?
Yes! You did it! You did it, Hayato!
A magnificent combination!
You even showed us the power of your hope.
Father and son joined together into the ultimate combination? That's so cool! Yes! sort of spectacle I live for!
Thank you, everyone. We wouldn't have made it without your support.
Shinkalian E5 Mark II OX Alpha X. That is a mouthful.
This is what's been born from our bond. Oh, you're kidding.
It's regenerating?
No, retreating.
It's retreating! And also apparently still alive! How?
Let's deal with the enemies in front of us first, Dad. You ready?
Let's do this thing! I'm going with that.
That's what I like to hear. Then we'll follow these tracks to the destination together!
Right! Full speed ahead!
Shitpots! Shinko!
Now, I really wish that for the rest of this mission, it just stays with the Shinkalia thing.
I know.
But yeah, remind me to send you the movie later next month. It is
Sure.
Hell, you'll even get to see Hatsune Miku, Snow Godzilla, and Shinji from Evangelion.
What?
Yeah,
Yes.
this franchise goes places.
Shinji from Evangelion gets his own Shinkalion in this movie.
Let's hope he's better with this than with the Ava.
Well, it's based off the Ava.
What I mean is, let's hope his depression doesn't get in the way.
Oh, in this version, he's not depressed.
He very much kicks all kinds of rear end.
This is the Shinji Ikari we should have had.
Oh, hell yeah.
Here, I'll even, like, this is the only gift, sadly, but here. If we'll have actually typing, maybe. That's it. Are you alright, Dad?
To be honest, I'm a little scared. But I think I could do it if you're with me.
That's right. As long as our hearts beat as one, we can go anywhere we want. After all, we're both Shinkalian engineers.
And I'll always be there to support you, Hayato, Okuto.
Come on, we'll follow these tracks to the future the fastest we can. Yeah, that's in that GIF. You can see the Shinji that Bear's talking about. Me, come on.
We're off to Mirai Station, everybody! Hold on to your butt!
Oh, by the way, Dad, these guys are aliens who are after the guy that I want to say Navy Gundam looking thing over there.
This is too much.
I don't want to see too much. Just means you see the Getter team. They're too much.
The what now?
You'll see.
No, I just imagine, like, Hokuto seeing both Getter teams on the field, like, throwing shine sparks and stoner sunshines, and Hokuto's just staring at it all as the Getter teams are laughing maniacally, and Hokuto's like, "Can I go home now?"
Timeline altered, jackass. To use the Salmon Max games for a joke. Because now you just alter the Shinkalians to have Getter-esque power.
I mean, the opening is literally called Theory of Evolution.
Yeah, by showing him the Getter team in action, you've inspired him to study Getter rays as well as develop the Shinkalians. You know what? Fucking hell, why is that not a crossover?
Because Shinkalian is a show for kids, and Getter is very much not.
I think it was once upon a time.
Once upon a time, yes, not anymore.
So that's the combination between two Shinkansen, the Overcross.
Oh my god. I learned you made a super so If we added liner gallons to the mix, it would be an overcross combination. Oh, I like the sound of that. We should try that after the battle.
Talking about overcross combination is likely adding coal to the fire for a train lover like Hayato.
I have to admit, it does sound like fun.
I don't think it would even work because it's two incompatible systems.
That being said, when has this game ever made sense?
I mean, fair.
Yeah, I can't believe I predicted that actually. Yeah. Also, remind me to introduce you to the junior high, the Neo Genesis junior high students.
You keep throwing these words at me like I should know what they mean.
Trust me, if I don't do it, someone else will. And I'd rather it be me.
All right.
Oh, we're doing this.
It's not gonna kill him, but we're doing it.
Isat!
Ice Shinkalion will keep Japan safe.
Hayato, Hokuto, let's use the Grand Cross.
Right. Ultimate Grand Cross!
I would follow your lead on that one for the timing.
Yeah, we
Holy shit!
Oh, I love this!
I am in so much pain right now. Why was I programmed to feel pain?
What is my
You went
What is my purpose?
You passed butter.
Oh my god.
You weren't programmed to feel pain. We just made you do it anyway.
Critical logic error.
Nice and easy, like traveling on the Tokaido's Shinkansen.
Same old Hayato.
Actually, Dad, I have an idea for you. When we get home.
Oh?
Yeah, it's called the Shinkansen Zero.
God damn it.
Why do I suddenly feel chills down my spine?
Listen, I'm keeping up with the joke there. Oh, holy five. I'm gonna watch that movie again after this, I swear to God.
Speaking of movies, I didn't watch the movie per se, but I watched a video on it. That, like, I want to watch this movie now. It is called Psycho, as in Saiko, The Large Family.
I don't know why, but that sounds familiar.
It is a mockumentary about a film crew filming and interviewing an unusually large family in Japan. Now, because of Japan's declining birth rates and aging population, you know, there's Japan has a problem with that. And a typical Japanese household has 2 parents and 1 child. 2 if they're lucky. The Ora family has, let's see, counting the one that died, they have 11 kids.
Oh.
No, sorry, 12. Now most of the older kids are from the original dad who disappeared. The current patriarch is the stepfather. And the whole movie, it's a mockumentary about the family and their daily lives, and how the father, the stepfather, really wants this to work because he was an orphan growing up and didn't have a family of his own. And over the course of the movie, there's some weird things that happen here and there. Like one of the kids falls off the 2nd floor of the house and has to be rushed to the hospital. And some other weird shit that happens. And the mom ends up slipping off a cliff and into a coma, like, near the end of the movie. But overall, it seems like a okay movie about a family and the trials and tribulations they go through. And then you pay attention. So the 14-year-old daughter constantly abuses the stepdad, usually at dinner, throwing food at him, dumping food at him, that kind of shit. And most of the other older kids just don't give a shit about him. In fact, the eldest daughter left home to go to college to get away from his dad. And like, initial thoughts are like, oh, this guy's probably a scumbag or something. No, the dude's trying the best he fucking can. It's just that, it's just the typical, like, stepfather thing.
You're not my real dad! Spoken in alternating caps and lowercase.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Accepting someone new into your family, especially if you've gotten so used to her biological family, is a difficult thing. And I'm never going to pass judgment for that.
Absolutely.
But do know that it, like, to some, it will feel like a refusal to move on.
That's what some of the kids felt it was like. Now, eventually the film crew starts interviewing the older kids about their biological father and what happened to him. And the youngest of that group mentions that he had gotten hurt at some point and couldn't work. And then two of the other older kids mention how there's something about spirit photography, and like it kind of goes off in this potential paranormal route. But if you pay attention in each interview with the three older kids that they interview, you look in the background, you can see the mom there watching in the background, hidden from sight, watching the interview.
Fun.
Also, she is very protective of her little garden. When the two youngest kids, the one that she had with the stepfather, play around it, she screams at them to get away and says, "I don't care if you disappear!"
Yeah, I'm calling it now. She killed her previous husband.
Yeah. Eventually, the stepfather and mother announced that they can now officially get married because it's been 7 years since the husband disappeared, and he is now officially pronounced dead, and they can start collecting life insurance. And the stepfather suggests moving out because of all the weird stuff that's happened in the house. The mother gets very defensive and very apprehensive over the idea of moving. And
Not helping your case, lady.
And it's also kind of implied that the mom had her kids some of her kids in on the, at least the older ones, in on the potential killing of their father. And also the potential killing of the stepfather. By possibly poisoning a dish that he likes. Apparently, the father and the family cat enjoyed. Both of whom are now dead. There's also a very creepy shot of the mother tending to her garden with the most bizarre smile on her face. It's heavily implied that she got her two eldest kids to help kill the dad because he couldn't work, he couldn't provide. So what good was it? Like I said, it seemed like they were going to do the same to the stepdad eventually. However, something changed. The father started winning the kids over. The stepfather. It turns out that their eldest daughter, Ringo, had been forced into prostitution. And because she took on her boyfriend's debt, and she had to pay it off. Now, the stepdad, wanting the family to be whole again, he kept trying to get Ringo to come home. Eventually, she breaks down and tells him that she can't go home because of the debt that she owes. He dips into his own retirement fund to pay off the debt. Okay?
Wow.
And then, when one of the kids falls from the second story, the kid has a really bad head injury, right? Like really bad. So the dad picks him up on his back and runs him to the ambulance.
Dude's got a heart of gold.
Exactly. And the final nail in the coffin was when the 14-year-old Rie, I think her name was, she does her shtick again where she throws shit at the dad, tries to hit him, but then her sibling, Ringo, the oldest daughter, stops her. And then Rie starts fighting her. That's when the stepfather snaps and says, "You can hit me, you can scream at me, yell at me, throw food at me, dump food on me, whatever, but don't you dare hurt your siblings." This causes Rie to run away, and the dad spends the next 3 hours outside looking for her. Yes.
Once again, heart of gold. I am genuinely impressed.
It is heavily implied that the mother's accident near the end of the movie was actually Ringo and the eldest son, who was a shut-in, up until near the end of the movie when he's finally able to come out of his shell a little bit for a family trip. It is heavily implied that two of them planned the mother's accident to save the stepfather. Because it's also implied that Ringo, it's also kind of implied that Ringo didn't have a boyfriend that forced her into prostitution. It is, now this is just I don't even know if this is true or not, but it is possible the mom did this to Ringo. As a way of supporting the family. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but either way, the ending seems to imply that Ringo and her brother had caused their mother's accident that put her into a coma to save their stepfather, because the mother was a manipulative, abusive psychopath The father, the only thing he is guilty of is loving them unconditionally.
They realized who the actual good parent is.
Yes. At the end of the movie, despite the mom being in a coma, the family seems happier. Alright, I'm using Max Cannon.
Alrighty.
Change. There we go. But yeah, sorry, I had to bring that movie up because
Hey, I got no problems here.
what about you, Taro?
Listen, I was legit just talking about this Italian movie, so I have no room to judge.
I just really wanted to share this because it's like it starts off as like just a mockumentary, about a oddly large family, turns into a psychological horror film for a bit, and ends on a very heartwarming note.
To bring things back to the more brighter side, I guess you could say.
Sorry.
No, it's fine, don't bother.
My apologies, damn it.
I heard Digimon 02 the beginning getting a Blu-ray soon.
I may go out of my way to grab it. I hear
I want
that.
it as well, so badly.
So, here's my turn to yammer on about a movie. Now, bear in mind, I haven't seen it, so I'm going on what reviews I have seen. The movie is kind of light on action for the most part. It barely features some Digivolutions. It doesn't really have much in the way of combat. It's much more a character piece. And it does delve into some dark themes with if the character it introduces, Louis.
Oh, I'm gonna deafen real quick since I want to go as spoiler-free as possible.
Oh, that is about as far as I'm going.
Oh,
Because
Remember, I didn't see the movie yet either.
he's only seen a few reviews.
yeah, but
And none
the
of them
review-
went into plot spoilers.
Oh, well, never mind me.
The most I've seen of the movie was that 5-minute teaser. Where it's like, yeah, the first 5 minutes of the movie where you get to see the 02 crew just hanging out and being friends, and I loved the living hell out of that.
I would be honest. I would kill for a friend group like that.
Are you sure you don't already have that with us?
I'm talking about outside of Discord.
Alright, let me just book a plane ticket real quick.
No, but seriously.
Let me work out my hugging arms.
No, but seriously. Like, I'm talking about a friend group with, like, actual Digimon, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, this isn't so much a spoiler, because it is kind of there in the world building, and I think it's even acknowledged in Last Evolution. Apparently, Davis isn't the only one training at the ramen shop he works at.
Oh?
The guy running the ramen shop that Davis is training at is so chill that not only does he let Vmon train alongside Davis, but he occasionally just lets the 02 crew just have the place to themselves after closing.
Why does this sound like LeBlanc from Persona?
It does! It really does!
Hot damn!
When we see the 02 crew just kind of hanging out at the beginning of the movie in that first 5 minutes, we see them just kind of hanging around in that shop. Davis is serving ramen for them to try out, and they're just kind of watching the news on the TV in the shop. It's honestly a really good sequence, and I loved it. They feel like they've been close friends for a long time.
I really want this Blu-ray now!
You're not the only one, my friend.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait! It's in 4 days. So I could possibly ask...
I think I just heard Webb's wallet scream.
Hmm?
I said I think I just heard Webb's wallet scream.
It won't be Webb's. Oh, no, no, none.
You know I'm flat broke, right?
Not you either! No, because my birthday is in 4 days.
Oh, happy birthday. Oh shit, I turned the animations off.
Yeah, it's in 4 days. I could ask my,
You get to pick the game on Monday.
Hmm?
4 days is Monday.
Yeah, I know.
You also get
You
to pick a
the
game. You get to pick a game to stream.
I know that. You said this before.
It's just a friendly reminder.
I know. But yeah. Oh, guys. Yamanuts.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
wait,
get to do this year.
You had Titanic Week.
I specified this year.
Shit. You know I'm just messing with you, right?
Yeah, I know. Why do you think I'm not complaining?
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I can ask for the Blu-ray, and whatever else happens, like. Bro, just imagine they come out with a new Digimon game, literally like 2 days before. 2 days before.
Digimon Survive 2.
This time it's even more depressing.
The game opens with the original cast getting fucking murdered.
Bruh.
Or like an anti-Digimon movement. And so the protagonists of the current game have to apparently solve the mystery of the apparent deaths of the biggest pro-Digimon like ambassadors here on the Earth. All while dealing with whatever the hell is coming out of the Digi world next. A freaking Digimon murder mystery! Oh my god, why is that not a thing?
Make him on. I feel like you've forgotten we can make this a thing.
We're gonna have to, because I want to see that happen. I want to see a Digimon murder mystery happen.
Mekumon with a Sherlock Holmes hat.
Hold
And
on,
a bubble-blowing pipe.
Hold on, I need to see this now. The tech. Tech with a full mod.
There is no such thing, I guarantee you.
There might not be no such thing in the canon, but that doesn't stop fan art.
Trust me, I can barely find any fan art of Mekumon.
Hey, detective. Megamon did not work. How about... Oh my sweet lord. How about, Megamind... Sure. Well, fight me then.
I told you.
利用はしないよ。オーバークロス合体したシンカリオンなら。これが改札セイバーだ。
God, I love this movie.
So, might as well tell you a little bit about the thing I'm currently customizing. I haven't even started clipping parts yet, I'm still painting them on the runner. But, the Origin Gym, or Origin as I have taken to calling it in a very affectionate, loving manner, aka I'm joking. It's quite the versatile little thing. There's a lot of optional parts. There's the missile pods you can see in the one picture I've used. The shoulder cannon in the other. 2 beam sabers. 2 ways of mounting those beam sabers on the kit. And then there's the actual handheld weapons. The prototype beam rifle, prototype beam spray gun, refined beam spray gun, and a bazooka. There's also the little arm-mounted machine guns that the RX-78 too has in the universe. Now, for whatever reason, it seems like they only ever give you, like, one... Let me rephrase. It's like that every build of the gym they show off in the manual only has one machine gun arm, and that's on the left arm, but you do have enough parts to do both arms. And so, I will offer a little bit of trivia on the original gym. Origin version and classic 70s version. So, you can actually tell which one's a commander type based on the number of beam sabers on the backpack if you're going with the original build. Xeon Machine commander types have the little whole head antenna. Gyms have a second beam saber. after the 1-year war, a lot of the surviving gyms were actually overhauled. This was specifically in the aftermath of Operation Stardust.
Ah.
So, short version, Operation Stardust was a scheme by Xeon remnants to attempt to continue fighting the war that they did not acknowledge they lost. Basically, they refused to accept that their side surrendered. In doing so, they stole a Gundam that, in their eyes, had violated the Antarctic Treaty. During the 1-year war, a treaty was signed that forbade the use of nuclear and chemical weapons, as well as dropping colonies. In the Federation's eyes, that treaty immediately lost all effect the moment Xeon surrendered. In the eyes of many of the Xeon remnants, that treaty was still in effect post-war. And so, the secret project, the collaboration between Anaheim Electronics and the Earth Federation to develop a new Gundam project, had created the machine, the Gundam GPO-2 Physalis.
AKA Mr. Nuclear Weapons Platform.
It has the ability to store, carry, and fire nukes via a specialized bazooka, and a super heavy-duty shield to protect itself from the nuclear blasts it creates. Now, there is an alternative bazooka it can be equipped with that fires beams instead, but this was never seen in the actual OVA. So, the leader of the main ace pilot / leader of these Xeon remnants, ace pilot Annabelle Gato, stole the GPO-2, waited for the Federation's naval review when their majority of their ships were gathered in one place, and proceeded to fire the nuke into the lot of them. This was only Phase 1 of Operation Stardust, where Phase 2 would have been another colony drop, since, again, the treaty is no longer in effect.
Damn. We won! Nothing feels better than witnessing the birth of a new robot! Well done, Hayato. You saved your father's life, just like you said you would.
Of course. I'm a man who always runs on schedule.
It's a shame we couldn't take down Valdor.
I think it managed to absorb some of the Alpha X's power.
So it's almost complete now? Great.
It's going to be even stronger next time.
It'll be fine. I mean, from what I've seen, we kind of just took it down one shot.
Yeah, but that was also before it had a chance to implement the new powers it took.
But Dad, we have our Shinkanens, our hope. We're never gonna lose. Ain't that right?
I hope so.
Anyway, this is Yuta. This is the Getter team. Both of them. They're both the Getter team. Don't ask me. Don't ask me how. It still hurts my head.
This is gonna be a long day, isn't it?
It most likely will. Anyway.
Just Striker, Hangar 1!
There it is.
There it is. Everyone, I'd like you to meet my dad. But this is him when he was my age.
I'm Hokuto Hayasugi. Nice to meet you.
Okay. I can see the resemblance, but man, are their personalities different.
Yeah, he's definitely the bashful type.
You must love trains, though. Didn't you get your passion from your father, Hayato? Yeah, people tell me I have the same personality as my dad. I mean, my adult dad.
I guess I go through a lot before I'm the man you know.
Hey, it's all good. We'll never meet you as an adult, so we'll just treat you as your own guy.
Welcome aboard, Hokuto. Thank you, miss.
Hey Dad, Mom's gonna be mad if you keep making googly eyes at Chizuru.
I wasn't trying to.
I'm just pulling your leg. You have to return to your time before we can worry about Mom.
So, I am not just in an alternate dimension, I'm in the future. Great.
Well, first you were in the future, then you were in an alternate dimension.
So now I'm in an alternate future.
Technically, yes.
This is why I said to not ask questions, Dad.
Does anyone else smell copper?
Of course.
Also, what the heck is that in the vents?
Oh, that's a second. You'll meet her soon. I just bet on that, really.
Keep an eye on your food. So are we just gonna keep all that?
Yes.
Yes. First things first, I believe we need to get you both back to your original world.
You speculate that it wasn't Valdor that brought you here, but someone else.
And who's that?
Wish we knew the answer, little guy.
It's okay. I'm sure we'll find our way back if we stay with the Drake Cruise.
I wish I could be that optimistic.
Hey, you gotta remember, I was able to find you because I never gave up hope that I would.
And you were able to perform the overcross combination.
But trust me, kid, blind optimism gets you very, very far on this ship. We're one part blindly optimistic, one part too stupid to realize what can't be done.
And also one part absolutely insane.
So we're just keeping all that.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, that's... I'm not sure how to take all that.
Also, to the six. Wait. Yeah, to the 6 members of both Getter teams. If I see you going anywhere near my dad with a shotgun or any kind of weapon, I swear to God.
Oh, please. I armed one middle schooler with a shotgun one time.
It was multiple times and you know it!
It was the same shotgun. It only counts as one.
That still only counts as one!
Again, keeping that.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I was messing with Chase over here.
Speaking of Chase, I think I know what I'm going to be doing next month.
Oh?
Since my birthday is coming up next month, I'm going to be going out of my way to grab not only the Super Gundam, a Gundam Mark II with additional equipment that I wanted to get my hands on, but I'm going to try tracking down that Cliff Jumper Worlds Collide pack.
I'm gonna have to save up for that because that shit is expensive.
I mean, it is like 3 Voyagers and a Deluxe.
Mm-hmm. Pre-orders are at $150.
It's sold out both on Target.com and on Hasbro's website. So I'm just waiting for it to come into stock. Don't forget that Valdor will definitely show up again sooner or later, Hayato.
That is true. Valdor requires the Alpha X in order to become its complete self.
It's gonna be
So
fine.
it's just semi-perfect Valdor right now?
Oh god.
It's gonna be fine. We have the E5 Mark II OX Alpha X now. Nobody can beat us when Dad and I join our hearts as one.
Way to go, Hayato. You're way different from when you were all mopey earlier today.
U-Type, I thought I told you not to bring that up.
This might be a good time to tell your dad you've been spending your days here on the Joy Cruise. This might be a good time to tell your dad how you've been spending your days here on the Joy Cruise. Missed the word.
We don't have to do that.
Let the hazing begin. There's a smile. There's
Okay.
a smile.
AKA Kazuto, whenever the second he starts roasting everyone in Cafe Cyclo.
Or Razor Wit.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe I'll try having some hope for once. Just a little bit. That's all we ask. Take heart, Hokuto.
Come on, I'll show you around.
Okay.
Oh, I'm very tempted to do a joke here. Oh, it's sad not to.
Ryoma just pockets the brass knuckles he was gonna offer.
Yeah.
No. You know what? Fize it. Actually, you, is it okay if I do it? We both know how your track record of fodder figures.
Oh!
What's that supposed to mean?
You know exactly what I mean.
Hey, those robots are more responsible than most people on this ship.
Cut to Ryoma giving brass knuckles to Hikaru. He's right, you know.
Yeah, Hikaru proceeds to use those knuckles on Ryoma for every time Fu's be giving a shotgun.
Joke's on her. Ryoma actually likes having a challenge.
Anyway, yeah, I'm keeping that.
I will have to present a post-character bonk here because boink, I am not Yuta.
What?
I voiced Yuta in the character interaction there, but he's not one of mine, so...
Oh.
It's fine,
Bonk.
it's for a joke.
I-
It wasn't actual.
Wait, are you talking about the actual character interaction or the joke?
The joke.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Yeah, it's for a joke, it's fine.
If you say so. This ship is full of crazies.
I'm not gonna even need to say it, am I? That smile and what is there is all that's needed.
Yeah.
Nah, you're imagining things.
Oh, okay then.
Let the self
Anyway.
install water purifier.
What?
Nothing.
No, I didn't hear what you said. What?
Note to self, install water purifier.
Oh. Anyway, let's do our best, Dad. After all, we're both Shinkalian engineers.
Okay.
Actually, since you're the one that made Shinkalians in the first place, wouldn't that mean they're all technically my brothers?
If you want to look at it that way, I guess that's a valid viewpoint.
All right, so we were at an hour and 45 minutes.
And I'm at 71% power.
So we are going to do a couple of the on-board missions that I keep forgetting about.
While we were in that, speaking about the Transformers bit earlier, Legacy United, Robots in Disguise Deluxe Sideburn.
Yes!
All right then.
Something to put on my Ultra Magnus when he gets here. Hot dog. Do something that by then we also get Sideburn. We also get Sideburn's brothers, X-Brawn and Prowl.
Oh, so too. Anyway, since these are technically side missions, would it be alright if I did a thing here?
Go ahead.
The Striker, Hyperdome.
I assume you have some business with me, since you called me to your room.
Just searching for ways to pass the time. You and I both are out of place at this team, after all.
How kind of you.
Also, I came here to laugh at you.
What? The...
Sorry, I couldn't resist the reference.
Beating at my own game.
Since you're here, though, there is something I'd like to hear from you. The meaning behind dropping Axis on the Earth. You and I both grieved to see the direction the world was moving in, and each of us took action in his own way against that momentum. However, even I never predicted that you would take such extreme measures. Lieutenant Quadro, Shar Aznable, I want to hear your true thoughts on the matter.
I wanted to change the world.
Turn the Earth into a dead planet and force all of humanity into space, aiding their transformation into new types. Was that your goal then?
Even I never thought humans would be so simple and easily changed as that. But I thought something new might be created amongst the endlessly squabbling mass of humanity, if forced to reckon with the loss of Earth. As a result, I believed that the world would change, whether Axis truly fell or not.
I see. So what mattered to you was the process and the result. At least in the short term was... Yeah. Okay, I'm starting over with that. I see. So what mattered to you was the process. And the result, at least in the short term, was actually irrelevant. If anything, perhaps you hoped that someone would in fact come to stop you, no?
I genuinely don't know if that's true. After surviving it all, I began to hear rumors. Apparently, some people believe I went to such lengths because I wanted to settle things with Amuro. And that isn't wrong. I wanted to change the world, but I wanted to change myself just as much. Of course, I intended it to be with my victory over Amuro.
Ultimately, however, you were defeated by Amuro Ray's group, and the Axis drop was prevented. And the light in human hearts that was awakened in that moment changed the world. In a sense, you got exactly what you wanted. The light is life itself, its beauty, and the terrible tragedy that would be its loss. That was once again brought to the front of people's minds.
Which laid the groundwork for your plan, Zero Requiem, to succeed, I'd imagine.
While Axis's fall may have been stopped, I attempted to turn that into a catalyst for the oppression of space noids. However, the appearance of the light in human hearts turned that hatred of Earthborn and spaceborn humans. Yeah, I am tripping over myself. I gotta pay more attention here. However, the appearance of the light in human hearts turned the hatred of Earthborn and Spacenoids both away from each other and towards the war itself.
Then you turned yourself into a symbol of war, and that hatred, of war and that hatred, and let yourself die at the hands of Zero. If Axis had fallen, what was your plan?
I would have collected the remaining forces on Earth under one banner and set them towards revenge against the Spacenoids. Then, before a truly bloody war could begin, I would have handed humanity over to your leadership and executed the Zero Requiem. However, I had faith. Faith that Axis's fall would be stopped.
Just looking at history, you and I are both the greatest monsters of an age. A title I won't dispute, at least.
I was prepared to become just that. I don't even think it was a bad trade in exchange for giving the world a future. But the peace we earned was destroyed in a single year.
Which is why old corpses like you and I are dragged out to stand upon the battlefield again. My life should be long over by now. I have no hesitation in continuing to fight now. As simply one person for what I believe in.
Many still argue over the interpretations of the Red Comet's true desire and the Axis drop, but... it seems you are still you. Char Aznavour lives on.
The Red
Whether
Comet
he wishes to acknowledge it or not.
The Red Comet is dead. The only person here is Quattro Bagina. No more, or no one more, and no one less.
Keep telling yourself that, Caswell.
Let me guess, keeping that.
I would have to say it again in Lelouch's voice, but sure. Keep telling yourself that, Caswell Daikun. I will also do everything possible for myself, the man who is no longer Lelouch v. Britannia, nor Zero of the Black Knights, but merely Lelouch. I do not know how long I'll be allowed to linger in this world, but
No one knows if they'll be alive to see tomorrow. But that's exactly the state of the world we need to change.
very true. A world where everyone can place their hopes on tomorrow. That is what I fight for. Thank you, Lieutenant Quattro. I am very grateful we were able to have this discussion.
Still, this subject should be buried. We both need to do everything we can, as ourselves, for the world.
Yes, for that is the very reason we are here now. My sole piece of advice from here is, while you have the chance, please do try to reconnect with your family. You only have them for so long.
Also, I hope you know, Quattro, that even though it's a private room, it's always being recorded. Saving this, by the way. Saving this, by the way.
And that's illegal!
So we're almost at 2 hours. I say we leave the rest of these for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we are gonna play more Final Fantasy.
Killing me.
But yeah, that was an intentional reference to Sayla when I was having Lelouch go, you should reconnect to your family while you still can. You only have them for so long.
I figured as much.
Also, did Shinobu just call you out there?
Yeah, but he's also insane because he said a real man finishes it in one sitting, and I'm not doing that. That would mean I would be here for like 4 days.
Straight.
No sleep. And that's insane. Anyway. Thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92.
Meikumon.
And Adam.
And we will see you again tomorrow with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Alright guys, starting the gym motor test.
Wait, man, that's a wrong Shigalion.
Alright. See y'all next time. Peace.